Yo, what's up? Good morning, wrestling world. It's Word Wrestling Live. We're back, better than ever. And you know, I'm supposed to tell you guys this. I've got a little sponsor that says, I just dropped my balls. But here it is. Your balls will thank you. We got the lawnmower 3.0. I just lost the lawnmower though. It's down here. But Manscaped. We are sponsored by Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com, WARD, get 20% off for your lawnmower 3.0. And, like my buddy says, a stump looks bigger in the desert than it does in the woods. But anyway, we're here with Justin Portillo. I learned the right way, right? Not Portillo, it's Portillo. I got it. Justin Portillo with Grand View, the top NAIA team in the country. He was a two-time state champ in Iowa, 1.5 years at South Dakota State. Got that right too. Yeah. And he transferred over to the great Grand View University. He was third, fifth, and second so far at nationals. He's been ranked number 1 in the nation going into nationals the last few years. Just hasn't quite gotten to the top of the podium yet, but I'm sure he's got big goals this year. And he's a smart kid. He's running a 4.0 GPA average, which is probably more important than any of that other stuff. So that's a good thing. And I'm sure glad to have him here with me today. What's up, Justin, man? Sorry about that. I usually do a better job, but my balls are slipping. So I had to grab them. But man, what's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Nice to be here.
Yeah, man, I'm glad I reached out. I'm glad you said yes. It's always good to get people from the great Grand View on. I never knew anything about you guys until I started this show, and I've learned quite a bit, and I've had quite a few on. And what Coach Mitchell does there, I've heard, is makes magic, not just on the wrestling mat or in the wrestling room, but the way he's able to reach out to kids that are maybe fading from the sport, maybe haven't been around the right people yet, maybe just haven't been in the right situation, and has been able to bring those kids into his program, get them not only to excel on the mat, but excel in the classroom and get GPAs they've never even seen before, is amazing, man. I mean, talk about that program. How amazing is it to be a part of it? How much have you learned from that coaching staff? And I know you got a couple Florida Hammers in your room now too, with Bonilla, and you got another one just came up from South Florida. So welcoming some Florida boys to your room, and that's awesome, man.
Yeah, you hit it right on the nose, saying like he saved a lot of people that are drifting away from the sport. I was one of them, and he just brought me into the family. Wrestling results completely aside, I've had the best time of my life here. I've grown in from a boy into a grown man. So he's taught me so much about life. I've made some friends that'll last the rest of my life, and super great place to be.
Yeah, and it's Verona, the kid that I was thinking of, and it's been cool to see some Florida guys get into your room with you and watch them grow. And I look forward to seeing them do some big things with you guys too.
Sure.
You and Verona might be close in weight, right?
Yeah. He's a 125 pounder too. I haven't gotten to wrestle him yet, but.
Oh, good. That'll be fun for you. He's a good kid.
For sure.
But yeah, man. So that's good. So he you were going down that same path, and he was able to fish you in, and now look at you now, 4.0 GPA, going into, is this going to be your senior year?
Yeah, this will be my last year wrestling in college, at least.
Well, you never know, may go on to bigger things. If not, you'll just go become some big thing in life, right?
For sure.
I know you've got a twin brother wrestling over at one of the Nebraskas, right?
Yep, Nebraska Kearney.
Wow, that must have been cool growing up with a twin. I'm sure you guys started wrestling at the same time, right?
Yeah. We started wrestling when we were 4 years old, and I took 1 year off when I was in 4th grade. I was having some health issues, and I think I used to be a little bit better than him. But when I came back after that 1 year off, it was a big difference. So I had a lot of catching up to do, and he's always been kind of a a goal right in front of my face, someone, dangling a carrot right in front of my face. Like, I want to catch this guy. I want to be able to beat this guy. So yeah, growing up, he's always been my best buddy there, training partner.
That's cool. What was it like? Obviously through this pandemic this summer, we've been shut down, right? So a lot of kids don't have a twin brother or a sibling close to age to them. So maybe they took a step back. Maybe they were just lifting weights a lot and staying in shape, but on the mat, they really didn't get to work on their timing, on their skills. Um, what kind of benefit was it to have him home, and what kind of stuff did you guys do to be able to keep each other, on your toes and prepared for your senior years?
Yeah, so we did a lot of different things. Got in trouble a couple times. And he came back to Clarion, Iowa, which is our hometown. I was already there, and that was when things first started getting shut down, and me and him felt like doing a stadium run. So we went to the football field that no one really ever goes in, and of course, like 5 minutes into running, a freaking cop car pulls up with its lights on, and we're just like, geez, of course, like we can't even work out in peace. But the cop was really cool. He was just like, yeah, the school called. You're not supposed to be here. I wish I could let you go, but you're not supposed to. So
Happens.
we left there, and no one was really wrestling at that time. But I went to live with him for a month in Kearney, which is where he lives. He still had a month left on his lease or whatever. And I just figured, in my head, it was going to be like one of those training montages you see in one of those movies, music in the background, just training the whole summer, getting better. And, I got there and we did a couple of wrestling workouts. And then, of course, one day, this lady peeks in. She just peeks her head in the door to the wrestling room, and then she leaves. And me and my brother just look at each other like, I guess we're fine if she left. But then, 15 minutes later, she comes back with some, big, scary-looking dude that, basically just, yells and says, you guys can't be in here. You got to get out of here. Whatever. And that sucked because I don't want to get my brother in trouble. Me personally, I didn't care because I don't go to school there, but I didn't want to get my brother or the rest of the wrestling team in trouble for being in the wrestling room. So, and that was just a week into it, and I was pretty bummed. So we weren't able to get on the mat much that month, but we got really creative with the ways that we got better. Watched a lot of technique videos, watched a lot of our own technique videos, and reviewed each other, which is something that we both have a blast doing. And then, we also watched a lot of online technique. Given the quarantine, I feel like there's been a lot of a big boom in the online technique libraries and stuff. Of course, you got Flow Wrestling. There's people like DPS Breakdowns on Twitter. He does a lot of really good stuff. Hodges Wrestling on Twitter.
What? Yeah, you've got Broman Creighton out of California. Coach Umaselli up in New York with Curry 3. He's got a great one too, so you can check those out.
For sure. Yeah, I'll check out both of those guys. But yeah, we did that, and then they call it the Hill in Kearney, and it's a really intimidating hill. I forget the numbers on the hill, like how long it is or how high it elevates, but he'll probably tell you a lot about that. Did some buddy carries of that, and that's something that yes, I could do on my own. I could run up on a hill on my own. I could do running and conditioning on my own, but it's so much better to have someone nipping at your heels on a run or pushing you the whole time. It can be lonely on the way to the top, that's what people say, but super nice to have my brother there, always pushing me. I know I was kind of annoying to him a lot this summer, and he was annoying to me back about hey, what are you doing to get better today? Or are you just going to be laying on the couch all day? We always, yes, it's summer, and yes, you kind of got to take a break, but we were also always nipping each other's heels. But yeah, we didn't have a mat, but we were really craving wrestling. So we did a lot of hand fighting out in the grass, and we kind of created our own little version of wrestling. You got freestyle, folk style, Greco. We created a version of grass wrestling with special types of takedowns. It was really interesting, but of course we ended up getting a little chippy with that. He put me down a little bit too hard one time in the grass, and it wasn't nice grass. It was not a great lawn that we were wrestling on. So he got a little excited and slammed me down, and of course, we started, talking crap to each other. But that's us. We do stuff like that all the time. But yeah, we had a lot of really fun ways to get better this summer. And then of course, training finally started opening back up, and I'm getting all my stuff ready to move back to Des Moines. Super excited to finally be able to wrestle again. And a week before I'm ready to move back, I get COVID. I get sick. I got really sick. My dad got it too. I got tested, and of course, I got coronavirus, and I was super bummed about that. So I had to quarantine for a couple weeks, and just my luck, of course. Like I'm perfectly healthy all summer long, and then as soon as it's time to move back, I get sick. So
Oh man, what was
that kind of sucks.
what was that? What was that like?
The sickness itself wasn't that bad. Like there was one night that was really bad, and like I couldn't sleep and whatever. Like I thought it was the end of the world. But besides that, like it's just tedious. Like you know how it is. Like it's not the sickness itself that's that bad. It's just super contagious. So of course I don't want to risk getting other people sick, and so I just had to kind of chill for a while.
You've been
like breathing became harder.
Yeah, you've been retested since then?
No, I'm getting tested next week. Actually, I'm going to get tested. They're doing frequent testing here on of everyone. So
you're feeling better. You're feeling fresh. You're feeling good.
I felt perfectly fine for a while. Like, and I played it safe. Like I was only supposed to quarantine for 2 weeks once symptoms ended, but I spent like an extra 2 weeks on top of that just because I don't want to risk things. I want to be able to wrestle this season. I want to be able to attend classes in person. I want to be able to live my life. So if I got to sacrifice a little bit extra, and if I got to, be a little bit smarter about things ahead of time, then so be it. I'm not going to complain about that. It sucks, yes, but that's part of my duty as a citizen, I guess.
Oh, you got a good story.
For sure, yeah.
It's all said and done, right? But that's cool. So it kind of screwed you up there for the first couple of days, but then after that, it was just like a cold.
Yeah, and I'm actually kind of thankful for the break that I had to take from that because when I did come back training, it took me like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks to get into my groove. But since then, I've been feeling really good in practice, like super good. And I had some injuries last semester that I was dealing with, and a lot of times wrestlers we're a little bit hard headed, and we're so focused on getting better every day and being on the grind or whatever that we forget to listen to our bodies and let ourselves heal. So I think, a small break there was actually very beneficial for me because, yeah, like I said, I've been feeling really, really good in the practice room lately. So I've been riding that wave.
How did your brother get tested? Make sure he didn't have it from you being over there with
He had it too. We all, me, my brother, my dad all had it at the same time. So.
Oh, damn. I wonder how you guys got it.
I'm pretty sure my dad got it from his work, but my dad actually had it pretty bad. He was in the hospital for a while. I was a little bit worried about him, and then because he's a little bit older and whatever. Like me and my brother are young and in shape, so we were able to handle it pretty good. But yeah, that was a tough time for our family. But
yeah. Hey, we're glad we're through the other side of it, and we
yeah.
fought the big scary COVID, and we're good now.
For sure.
That means all your wrestling matches this year should be a breeze.
Yeah, exactly. I made it do that, so I'm a little bit tougher than everyone else now.
Yeah. So, man, coming out of Iowa, you were two-time state champ. So I'm sure you had a lot of, being a state champ out of a state like Iowa or Ohio State or Pennsylvania or whatever. I'm sure you're highly touted. You decided South Dakota State was the place for you to start your career off. You were there for a few years and then decided to make the transfer. So, first, talk about that process and picking your school and what's that like and what kids should really prepare themselves for transition to the next level. And then let us know the decision to decide, what, maybe San Diego State or South Dakota State's not the right place for me.
Yeah.
And I made the move to Grandview back home. I'm closer to family or whatever the reason was.
Yeah. So my college decision is probably going to be one of the toughest decisions that you'll ever make in your life. Like it's so hard to, like, it seemed like there was a lot of different right answers. I visited mostly D1 schools coming out of high school. I was just really set on my D1 dreams. I think I might have visited like 2 non-D1 schools, and Grandview was one of them. And yeah, I made the wrong choice. Like, I was just too focused on going D1. I could even admit that I think my ego was a little bit too big coming out of high school. If it wasn't D1, I didn't care. But South Dakota State didn't seem like the worst choice. They had some big name coaches there. Not too far from home, but it was also a pretty good distance from home. Loved the campus and all that, and that's where I decided I wanted to go. But yeah, I got to campus, and just things weren't quite the way that I thought they would be, and I just it was a rough year. Like, that first year was pretty rough for me, but I just kept trying to tell myself to toughen it out. Everyone's first year's hard, but
They had a pretty good 125er there too, didn't they?
my redshirt year, the 125 pounder was Ben Gillette. Super great guy. He was a senior, really good wrestler. He beat me up a lot that year, but I'm really thankful for that guy. To be completely honest, I didn't connect with a lot of people at that school, but he was someone that I really did connect with. Great role model. He was a 4.0 student, went into med school straight out of, after his senior year.
And you had Gross there too. Wasn't he close to your weight?
Yep, Gross was a 33 pounder. I went with him a decent amount. I had some morning drills set up with him Tuesday mornings at 7 a.m. and those were really fun. Gross is really good to wrestle with, especially because, when I first got there, I can admit, like, he was quite a bit better than me, but he wasn't so focused with just, beating the crap out of me. He was focused with, improving his game while also improving my game. So very technical wrestler, got into a lot of really good scrambles with him. If you watch the way I wrestle compared to the way he wrestles, you'll see a lot of similarities. So
I got to meet him once. Thank God. I was blessed. I got invited to the fantasy show on Home Mat Advantage, and
okay, yeah,
and I got to meet him on there, and seems like a real nice guy.
Yeah, I think he's a really good guy. But yeah, so I was surrounded by a few really good people there, but
just not the place for you.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of personal issues going on that year. I won't lie. And I'm thankful for my time at South Dakota State. I am. If you would have asked me when I was first leaving that school, I probably would have told you different. But it just, the way the coaches are there isn't really the way that, it's not really it works for some people, but it didn't work for me. And that's all I really say about that. But,
do you think being a twin and always having your twin with you and then being separated to go to college, do you think there was a little bit of like, this sucks, I don't like this?
Well, kind of, but like I said, first coming out of high school, me and my twin went on almost every single visit together. Like, we were kind of a package deal. We wanted to go to college together. Like, we thought that'd be pretty cool. And originally the plan coming out of high school was like, eventually he could bulk up to 133 and I could be 125. Boom, deadly 1-2 punch. But halfway through our time at South Dakota State, we were thinking like we might both be 125 pounders. And I've lived with the guy my entire life. We kind of got tired of each other, and not just that, but we kind of wanted to build our own identities. It gets kind of tiring just being known as one of the twins, or getting called Josh all the time when I'm Justin, or just Portillo and not knowing who they're talking to. Like, it really sucks because I couldn't like be my own person. They just see us as the twins. So we kind of agreed when we decided to leave South Dakota State that we would go our separate paths. So we didn't go on any of the same visits together once we left SDSU. And that was our choice. Like, we knew it would be hard, but we also knew that that's absolutely what we had to do to set ourselves up for the best possible future.
So you both went to South
and I think
you both went to South Dakota together first.
Yes, we did go to South Dakota.
Okay, I didn't know that. I apologize. So then you both took off from there.
Yeah, from there we kind of just both knew like it's time to go our separate ways. And I think we both visited quite a few different schools that second time around. It seemed like schools were a lot more interested in us the second time around and not the first for whatever reason. But I mean, we had a pretty decent redshirt season, I guess. But in the back of our minds, I think we both kind of knew where we wanted to go. I think I always knew it would be Grandview, and the reason I kind of always felt like it would be Grandview, like, and this is just one of the reasons, but once I decided to South Dakota State, most of the schools that were recruiting me, they were D1 schools, and they kind of just turned their shoulder to me. They just, I mean, it's a business, okay? I get it. Like, if I'm not going to your school, you don't care about me anymore. But they'd kind of give me some mean looks at tournaments and stuff. Like, how dare you go to South Dakota State and not here? But one coach or one set of coaches was a little bit different than everyone else, and that was the Grandview coaches. We competed at quite a few different opens together. Iowa State Open, the Sioux City Open, and they're just always walking around with a smile on their face. Just that they would try talking to me and stuff, and just have an open conversation with me, despite me competing for the enemy team or whatever. Like I faced one of their guys at both of those tournaments, but they were just always friendly to me, and that kind of showed to me like, yes, it's a business. Yes, it's wrestling. It's a serious sport, whatever. But that's not all it is, and you can still be friendly to other people, and that was just a really important thing to me. So
you were the perfect fit for Coach Mitchell. I mean, he's always I don't know him personally. I've never met him. I've only gotten to meet him the last few months vicariously through Grandview students.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like when he puts his arm around you, it really changes your life. So,
well, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, he literally saved my life in many ways. Like, I thought about, like, I was really close to. I kind of thought about quitting wrestling, and that's a lot for me to say because since I was 4 years old, wrestling's been so important to me. It's a huge family thing for me, and I've just always had fun with wrestling, and I thought about quitting that. I was honestly thinking about dropping out of college, to be honest. Like, I had a lot of things going on in my head, and he took me at a point where I felt like nobody believed in me. I felt like a lot of people had given up on me, and he, if nothing else, he believed in me, and he brought me into a place. I mean, when he recruited me, at 125, and it's kind of like that every year, but like we were like 4 deep with All-American caliber people. So it was like no guarantee that I was going to make the starting lineup. And to be honest, I kind of didn't really care if I was going to make the starting lineup. I just wanted to go somewhere where I would be happy. But, I got there, worked my ass off. And like I said, I really wasn't even expecting to make the lineup. But one day this was my freshman year, he just came up to me and he was like, "You're going to be one of the guys. We're taking you." And that literally, like, I tried to like play it off, like, and just, be cool, like, sweet. But like on the inside, I was just so happy. Like, yes, he's giving me a chance because, and I later found out why, but like my performances when I transferred to Grandview weren't even like amazing. But apparently what he saw in me was like my fight. Like there was one match at the Missouri Valley Invite where, the Missouri Valley Invite it's like the Midlands of NAIA. Okay. So it's a pre-nationals basically. And I only took 7th place, but the guy I beat for 7th and 8th, he was beating me by like a lot of points with a minute left. But I just kept charging at the dude. I ended up taking him to his back with short time, and I guess coach just liked the way I fought, and I like that way of thinking because, to be honest, I can't control a lot of things. Sometimes I might lose matches, and no matter how good I wrestle, sometimes that just happens. But he looks at a lot more than just the results. Doesn't really do wrestle offs, and he gave me a chance. Even though there was another guy at 125 that was really, really good, Matt Wynn. He like beat up on me all year, and so we took 2 guys at 125.
That's awesome. And you have another 2-time state champ coming to you from Florida that's around your weight with Verona. So he just and he gets some good wrestlers up there and some good kids.
Yeah, I mean, now at 125, we've got me, who's a 3-time All-American and national finalist. We've got an ex-Fargo champ and JUCO All-American Paul Mascarenas at 125. Super love that guy, great training partner. We got Verona, who I'm pretty sure was a world team member in Greco or whatever, multiple-time state champ. And we got Matt Jordan, who just took 2nd in JUCOs this past year. So that's 4 really, really, really good guys all at 125.
Have you heard how Verona won his 2nd state championship?
I'm pretty sure I watched your interview here.
He
Yeah,
had
with him.
a heavyweight roll onto his ankle and break it
Yeah.
during warm-ups for the States. But he talks about how important it was to know Greco because you can use your upper body. If he didn't know that, I don't know if he could have ran through it, but good kid, man. I think you'll like being around him.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. So again, Mitchell does it again, huh?
Yeah, classic Mitchell.
Get some great people. Hey, old Rangel is on here. That's my dog.
Gabe?
Yeah.
He's my roommate. Yeah, he's probably
Oh,
over here.
I had him on the show.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I told him about that. I knew you had him on a while ago.
Yeah, man, he was awesome, man. Talking to him, what a good kid. Who else?
Sure.
There was a big heavyweight that used to wrestle for you guys. I think that was on the show with him.
Not sure. I'm not sure.
Gabe, didn't you have somebody on the show with you? Maybe that was another kid. I thought it was him that had a big heavyweight on with him that wrestled at Grandview.
Yeah, we've had a couple pretty good heavyweights, so I can tell you which one. But.
So you're happy now. You're in the right place. You feel like it's a good fit for you. Been there how long now?
I got here January of 2018, so
2 years.
However long that is. But yeah, the culture here is amazing. Like, and it's truly a cultural thing. Like our team's like 80 guys, and every single one of them wants the same goal. You know, like some schools, you know, people aren't as motivated, but it's hard to not be super motivated and excited to come work hard every single day.
No, I had Rangel by himself. I remember, dude. I've had so many shows. I remember somebody in the NAIA I had on, and they brought some big heavyweight with them. I didn't remember who it was.
Yeah.
It was cool. Well, you ready for the 10 questions?
For sure.
All right, man. So Bebops or Zombie Burger?
Definitely Zombie Burger. And I only say that because every year after the state tournament, that was our go-to place to celebrate. I'm a big zombie guy. Like,
Nice.
I've been in on zombies for a while, and
I see it over your shoulders.
Their novelty. Oh, yeah, Dia de los Muertos.
Taco pizza or breakfast pizza?
I like breakfast pizza. I really like some bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast pizza.
That's funny. I talked to Eric Thompson at M2.
Oh, yeah.
When he first was up at when he went up to Pennsylvania or something, he was making a breakfast pizza in the kitchen with his buddies, and they're all like, "What the hell is that?" And then they ate it, and they were like, "Yo, this shit is
amazing." Yeah.
What do I have here? Blank Park Zoo or History Farms?
I've actually never been to either.
Oh, well.
So I don't know. I do like zoos, but for some reason I've never been to the one here.
Scotcheroos or Dutch letters?
I like Scotcheroos. I think you get more bang for your buck with those. I think they're pretty good.
They look like kind of butterscotch brownies, right?
Yeah, that's an Iowa thing. Like I wasn't even raised in Iowa. I was in Ohio up until like halfway through high school, but I came here and everyone was like, "Ooh, Scotcheroos." They're pretty good, yeah.
Adventureland or Heritage Carousel?
I guess Adventureland. Adventureland, yeah.
More fun.
Yeah.
All right, the tenderloin sandwich or the Iowa chop?
Probably tenderloin, I guess. That's tough. Yeah.
They're both good, right? Baldwin Park or Union Park?
What was the first one you said?
Birdland Park or Union Park?
I like Union Park. Union Park's like kind of right down the street from here, and or we have a park called Union Park.
You guys run it or something, right?
We run there all the time. Do some hills there. Pretty fun.
The Arts Center or the Science Center?
The Arts Center. I like science and all, but I love going to the Arts Center. The one here in Des Moines got a nice little rose garden in the back. You can go picnic out there and stuff. That's one of my favorite things. But
I like it. All right, so last one. Do we do fried chicken or fried catfish?
Fried chicken. I'm not a big fish guy.
Fried chicken. Hell yeah. Now, fried chicken during the season?
No, I like grilled chicken though. I get by with grilled chicken.
Like it smoked?
Yeah, for sure.
How's that Iowa barbecue? Any good?
I think so. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all pretty good.
Nebraska has that pretty good barbecue down by your brother.
Yeah, I mean Nebraska is pretty similar to Iowa.
Very close, right?
Pretty,
Yeah, when
yeah,
I had Alex Thompson on, and we were talking about him earlier, I think he's like right on the border of Nebraska. So
yeah,
you know, a lot of the kids on that end of the state, you're either like Iowa State or Nebraska kind of people.
right. Yeah, he's from right around in that area, but from Des Moines to my brother's school is like 4.5 hours. It's a pretty good drive, but I don't see the difference really between Iowa and Nebraska. I don't know why people argue like one's better than the other, but they're the same thing. Price.
Yeah, who's got better wrestling?
Well, anyone can tell you that's Iowa. Like that's not even up for debate. Like, sorry, Nebraska. Nebraska is good. Don't get me wrong, but
did I read something correct that there's a new NAIA school opening up for wrestling or?
There's a few. I mean, yeah, there's a whole in Iowa. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I thought I read yesterday or the day before that there's another Iowa school is it NAIA or I thought it was
like
NAIA.
A brand new one, like a few days ago.
Yeah, maybe it's Division III. I don't know.
I'll have to check in. I usually stay up to date on when new programs are starting or whatever. But that's good. NAIA is the fastest growing.
A NAIA powerhouse like Grandview open up another one, and I'm sure.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I don't know how. I still don't quite understand how Coach Mitchell and Coach Reedy did what they did. Like, you can't like. There's not even a sign. Like, it just doesn't make any sense how they created this dynasty. I mean, it makes sense when you look at who they are, but
yeah, Cody Goodwin said he just. I think he said, what did he say? First of all, he's got a way. He's built this championship mentality. He's built this winning mentality. He's built this belief in all these kids, and and then just being that figure around him. He said, just like you said, what he did for your life. I talked to Bonilla, Rangel, Verona, the girls. I know the girls. He's not their coach, but
their coach was coached by Mitchell, though.
Yeah,
their coach went through Mitchell, so
his culture,
a lot of carry over there.
Yeah, I'm sure his culture leaks right into that room.
Sure.
So yeah, pretty cool, pretty good stuff, man. I love having you on, and it looks like your brother skipped class just to listen to you. So.
Oh yeah, is he on here? Awesome.
Oh, he says I'm going to be late to class, but I can't stop watching this. So man, hey Joshua, you're always welcome on the show if you want to come on. Let's do it, man. Let me know if your girl wants to come on next week. I can send you a Women on the Mat link, and we can get her on anytime, whenever she wants to come on. If times don't work, just tell her to let me know. I'll adjust for her. And first of all, I really want to know, how bad does she kick your ass on the mat?
She tries, but people actually think it's kind of funny. Like, we've gone live in front of them a couple times, and I don't take it easy on her. She doesn't want anyone to take it easy on her, but she's a little 101 pounder. And usually, she looks like a cute little nice girl. So people like take it easy on her. But ask anyone, I put it on her. I bring the tears sometimes.
That's good, man. Makes her tougher.
For sure.
But I think she's got plenty of tough girls in that room. I've talked to a few of them. Again, she's welcome to come on. Ambrose, new men's NAIA school competing in the heart.
Ambrose. Okay. That's good. Right. Wow. Okay. That's new. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I swore I saw something. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, man, your brother came through. Hell yeah. All right, brother, man, you take it easy. Love having you on again.
Yeah, thank you.
Josh, you're welcome on. Allure is her name? Allure
Couch. Yep.
Come on, man. Let's do it.
I'll get her on. Yeah, for sure. All right. Thank you.
Tell Aralis I said what's up.
Will do. Yep. Peace.